Hello guys, this is Sabotage here. Today I'll be doing a game video on Beasts of Prey. This is how to set up your own server for public or private. So the first things first is we definitely do not need our recycle bin out. If we bring up this thing, all the links will be provided in the description below. So on this post here, make sure you open up your private server setup guide and it should link you to this, and you also should keep this page open as you need this little step process. But let's just go through it now. So the first things first is we need to go over and locate your Beasts of Prey folder, which is generally in the C drive program 86 down to Steam at common. Find the game, which is Beasts of Prey, then SFS2X down to your config and locate your server XML. Once you open that up, open up with the text editor. I like using Word because it's nice and easy. Then you need to locate your first two lines here, which is your third and fourth in this document. So when you see the 1, 2, 3, 4, please don't freak out about this one. We only need to alter these two in your server file here. So if you bring up your command prompt for Windows 7, you just have to press Start, CMD, then Enter, XP, and Vista. I'm not sure about Linux, but I'm pretty sure you just have to hit start, run, type in command prompt and hit run. Let's just type in, once you got this open, you just need to type in ipconfig, open this up. You need to navigate up until you see whatever connected to the internet is, if you're through wireless or the Ethernet. Once you find that, you need to locate your IPv4 address there. Once you find your address, you need to go into this server config file here. 1, 2, 3, 4, replace that with your local address, which is there. Find next, replace next, replace. Make sure you replace those two addresses like that, and save as, and that's all you need to do for your server file there. So once that is done, we have done our first step over here. Now we need to make sure that the port is open. So if you bring up your search bar again, when you press start, go to control panel and hit firewall. Once you get that, hit Windows firewall and click on the advanced settings. Waiting for my window to open up, which apparently it zoomed over this side. So on the left here, make sure you go into your inbound rules and click on the new rule over on the right under actions. Make sure we are clicking on port because we do need to open up a port. We need to open up port number 9933 in the TCP. Hit next, make sure it is on allow. Hit next, and just give it a name that you'll remember. Which is that one. So we do have to go back in and make a port under UDP now. Make sure that is all configured. Allow, next, and then this is now a UDP. Finish. Now we just need to make up two more rules under our outbound rules. This one can get tricky because the default over here, once I get onto the next screen, goes down to block the connection. So make sure you allow that connection. Make sure that goes through. So that is that on there. Let's go over to one last one, UDP this time. Under 9933, allow this connection. Next, is that in there? EP next, and that is done through your firewall. If you have any other third-party firewall programs such as like AVG or Avast and Norton and stuff like that, you are have to go in to get through an additional guide through that. I have AVG at the moment, but it doesn't seem like it is blocking with any issues. So after you have done that, you need to now go through and port forward on your router. To do this, you have to go down to your bottom right hand corner of your computer and click on your internet and open up your network. Where do you just fit? There we go. Click up on your network and sharing center. Let's just make this a little bit bigger. Click on your wireless network connection, or if you're connected through Ethernet cable, make sure whatever your primary internet source is, hit details and over here and go down to your IPv4 default gateway and then type that address up into your address bar in your web browser. Now, this guide can get a bit tricky because not all interfaces will look the same, as there is many different modems and brands. But if you ever get stuck, go to this link here, which will be in the description for port forwarding. And then go down to how to get an open port and click on a guide located here, and then locate the appropriate name towards your router or get a very, very similar one. Most major brands normally have the same sort of interface, and then you can go through and do the port forwarding there. With mine, I just go into here over here and go down to your WAN setting over here. Hit virtual/port forwarding. Once you do that, we need to type in this over here. This is just your name, so it's your personal reference. And if we go down to here and type that in and make sure that is TCP and add that one, go back in and we need one more port because we need to open up 2 ports as you saw the changes in the text document before, and then hit apply. Once that gets applied, it may take a little bit. It is then good to restart your router. So this can take several minutes depending on your router, but it shouldn't take overly too long. So I'm just going to fast forward until this reaches 100%. Okay, so once you have made the appropriate setting changes and stuff like that, go ahead and refresh your browser. Once you do that, we need to go back into your router and just make sure that your ports are listed and they are correct. 993, they are good. Good. Okay, so now we can go out of this one and go back into this post here. So now we have done steps 1 and 2. Now we need to go ahead and open up a port checker tool such as portforward.com. They have got a tool up there. No, this is not working. This is a bit strange. My window is actually getting hidden. No. Okay. Let me see if I can open up a window capture. There we go. I don't know why that went like that, but go down to your port checker there and bring in this window here. Make sure you are searching for the port 9933 on the TCP and hit check me. Just wait until it does its little test until it says the port is open on this computer, and then go through and do the same test on UDP. Okay, that is good. We have both ports open and that is all we need. Now if we bring up this over here, it does say that you should start your game and jump straight into it. However, there is a little process here, down here, that you need to run first. So if we bring up this, minimize that one, locate back into your directory of Beasts of Prey, down in your Steam folder, Steam apps, common Beasts of Prey. Launch the dedicated bat first, should open up 2 command prompt windows. First one you don't need, but just make sure this one gets run through until it stops after a little while. Give it about another 10 more seconds to think about what it's doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're a bit fast, but yeah. Okay, now launch your bopserver.exe from this window over here. This window is not the game, but it is just the server. It did just consume the command prompt window there, but that is fine. And once that is done, you can then go ahead and launch your Beasts of Prey game now. Okay, so if we just server here, hit host local game and just go to the server and just type in a name and hit launch. Now you will get a little message up here saying that your server was unreachable. Make sure you have configured your SmartBox/firewall correctly with port forwarding. that is actually just a little error message that I have discovered that caused me a lot of frustration and grief to actually create a server. Okay, so let's start the server and actually join in game, just to make sure that we are starting on a fresh, clean install. I'm just showing you that I have nothing in my inventory. As you can see now, so there's nothing. This is a fresh, clean install, so we shouldn't have any issues. Now if we go out and log out to lobby, quit game, because there's one more step that we need to do, and follow this link here about Gibson Research. Go to Shields Up link down here. If you get redirected to SpinRite, that is fine. Go up to the server cells up here and click Shields Up. Once it redirects you here, click Proceed. After the website loads, there is a little input box that you need to type in your port number 9933 and hit User Specified Custom Port Code. Once you have clicked that, make sure that this says open on your port. If it does not say open, please go back through the tutorial or leave any comments in the box below and tell me where you get stuck at, and I'll help you debug. Now this little message here is basically just saying that the port is open and it is sending packets to and from. Okay, so that is that. Everything done. That is that one. Now if we bring up our game, once it figures out what it's trying to do. So this game is in early beta, so sometimes after you close the game it leaves its little thing process behind, causing you from reopening the game. But once it's open, we can, let's just do that one. It goes in the middle of my screen anyway, that is fine. So let's load this one up, and now all we have to do is hit private service and locate a server, starting with AU on the left. So there is one AU server right there, the one that we just made. Now if we click here and log in, this should be a complete fresh blank server. Oh no. Okay, so what happened here is this is actually in someone else's server that they've started. What I forgot to do was launch our dedicated server with the batch. Steam apps common piece of prey. Just make sure that the old process is not running, which it is not. That is good. Launch dedicated bat. Wait until that stops after a little bit, with another 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is fine. Launch BOP server.exe and go into small screen. You don't really need this as a big screen. We'll minimize that later. And once it says connected, ready to accept connections, that is good. Now, if we launch Beast of Prey game and put this one in a higher resolution. So let's minimize that server now. That's all running and everything's configured. There we go. Now if we hit private servers, just a little bit to load, scroll all the way down until you find your... Oh, there is quite a lot of servers. Let's let that list refresh. Okay. There we are. So we just created this server here with 0 out of 20 players. So if we hop straight in now, waiting for game, this should be a blank game session now that we started our server. As you can see, nothing in my inventory, and there it is there. So this is how you create your own public or private server for Beasts of Prey. Let me know if you get stuck and leave your comments in the box below, and I'll help you get that debugged.